Shalom, shalom, Akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief lesson speaking to this incident that took place at the embassy with these two small hats, supposedly. And apparently they were blicky down by a so-called, from his name, it seems like they're trying to paint him as a Jake. All right, his name is Elias Rodriguez, man. That's a Jake name. Okay, but supposedly he's pro-Palestine, and he went out of his way, okay, to blicky these two individuals down. And needless to say, we can clearly see that this is a FF. Okay, for those of you that know, a false FLAG, clearly. All right, and not only are the servants of the Lord, all right, the prophets, the watchmen, the seers, bringing this out, to the forefront, with the realization of it being just a bunch of dogma. Esau is trying to play the victim. All right, he's in a position where, he's being found out. Okay, his cover has been blown. And ultimately he's in a position now where he's got to try to turn the tables, man. Okay, his back is against the wall, his hands are tied behind his back, and he's looking crazy. Okay, moving sloppy. Okay, and at the end of the day, he's being chased out of the world, man. Okay, the society knows what this dude's about. All right, even his own people. All right, scripture says that their own tongue shall fall upon themselves, man, pursuing the Psalm 64. And we're clearly witnessing that. There's individuals of the likes of Douglas McGregor. Okay, who else? There's a few of them. All right, these Edomites pretty much bringing forth the testimony of Esau's reprobate, diabolical, left-hand agenda, man. Okay, now this man's technology in the form of AI, all right, this man's able to duplicate one's character. All right, this man has the ability to create an AI generated model that looks just like a real person, man. Speaks like them, same face expressions, the pausing in the speech, the coughing in between, you name it. All right, this man can generate, all right, a model based off of somebody. Okay, you better believe he's going to be using this technology in the future to persecute the church. But at the end, he's going to still lose because why? If we are part of the elect, we're going to be blameless before the throne of Yahweh Shai, being that the blood of Yahweh Shai covers the elect. You see? So yeah, man, this man's in a position where he's now trying to operate under the guise of deception, as he always has. But that deception is running out. And as you're going to see in this clip, it looks totally rehearsed, okay? It looks faker than some Nikes you pick up at a flea market, okay? And you're going to see the comments, all right? The mindset of the people is now have been enlightened to where they understand that the powers that be are moving under a left hand deceptive priesthood, man. And now they've been found out. You see, Esau can no longer hide himself. As a matter of fact, let's go here. Let's go to the Good News Bible. And again, I tried to make this lesson. Yes, I went live. I went live doing this lesson yesterday. It was about a 30-minute live. Only 12 minutes. Okay, went up. Esau cut 15 minutes out of the live. Why? Because we were bringing up this information then. This information, man. Okay? This dude he's hurt. He's being spiritually beat down. And he doesn't know what to do. Let's go here. The book of Jeremiah. Bear with me, I forgot where I was going. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49. And verse 10. And it reads, bear with me. I'm going to just highlight this. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 10, and it reads, "But I have stripped Esau's descendants completely and uncovered their hiding places so they can no longer hide," man. You see, so Esau's descendants, all right, have been completely uncovered, man. Okay, they've been found out. That's why scripture says that their children should not rejoice with bread, man, roughly paraphrasing. You see, because why? At the end of the day, all of the atrocities that their forefathers have done, which they are their forefathers, is going to be brought out to the forefront. Okay, there's going to come a time where this man is going to be confronted, all right, with the things that he has done. And there's going to be no way for him to deny it. You see? So now we're in the time now where Esau is playing the victim card. Because now all the pieces, all the chess pieces are on the board. All right, and Esau's in a position where he's got to make a move. Okay, he's got to make a move, man. He's going to operate under his abilities, which is deception and violence, man. That's how he's going to operate. Deception, which comes under the guise of witchcraft, and violence. Because ultimately, he's going to lean up on that sword. Revelations 12 and 12. You see? So now this man's being found out. He can no longer hide, man. All of Esau's playbook, okay, it's been isolated. It's been figured out. His playbook has been figured out. You see, that's why his defensive line is breaking down every time. All right, now Esau's on the quarterback scramble, man. All right, because the spirit's blitzing him. He's being blitzed in the spirit, and now he's running backwards, man. Let's continue on. All the people of Edom are destroyed. No, not one of them is left, man. And that's the climax of this man's judgment. Okay, after he serves that 1,000-year captivity in the Eon of Jacob, this is his fate. Pursuing the Obadiah 1 and 18, man. Okay, and there's no way around that. All right, this is why this man is taking it to a desperate level. Because he's in a desperate time. Okay, he's in a time where he's no longer being looked at as that innocent, harmless, the three-piece suit with the comb over a white man or white woman. No, man. He's being looked at as the devil. All right, the revelation of Esau is upon him. And now he's no longer being coined as a good guy. Let's go here. Let's go to the book of Isaiah real quick. And then we'll get this video. And again, I tried to do this yesterday, man, but this damn demon, he was playing with the live stream. He's been playing with the live streams, man. You can play with the live stream all you want, man. At the end of the day, this word's still going to reach where it's meant to go. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, straight to the point, in verse 5 in the Good News Bible, all right? And it reads, "No one will think that a fool is honorable, okay, or say that a scoundrel It's on this man, and this is going to be upon the revelation of the wicked, which is Esau. Okay, because he fits the bill as a fool and a scoundrel. What's that? Job 30 tells us that what? They were children of fools. All right, they're children of base men. All right, and they were viler than the earth. All right, I was talking to Esau. All right, when you get this word scoundrel, real quick. Let me turn up my volume. Bear with me.
Scoundrel.
It goes into what? A dishonest or unscrupulous person, a rogue. Okay? And when one is unscrupulous, he's what?
Unscrupulous.
Having or showing no moral principles, not honest or fair, man. Okay? He's unethical. All right? He's shameless. He's a reprobate. He's profane, man. Outside of the temple. He's corrupt. And speaks wickedly, okay? Regarding oppression. All right? This man is a complete demon. Unprincipled. You see it? Dishonorable, dishonest, unsavory. Look at wicked. All right, this is talking to Esau. Sinful, man. This is him. Villainous. You see? This is this dude. And he's been found out. All right, and we're in the time now where he's not being trusted. Okay, this man's history is rising up against him. His history, man. And now he's being measured by his substance. All right, as far as what he's done in the past, man. And what he's doing now and what he plans on doing in the future. All right, this diabolical man really thinks he's going to Mars. Are you out of your mind, man? You think Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to let you take your ass to Mars to go contaminate that place and everything around it? No, that's not going to happen. All right, here it is under your watch. Everything's dying and cursed, man, because you're cursed. You see? And as a matter of fact, when you go to, real quick, when you go to the book of Genesis real fast, chapter 4, in verse 12, they're talking to Cain, which we know Cain was Esau. Cain is Esau. Okay? Cain, that spirit that was in Cain came back in Esau. All right, why do you think he was hit? Why do you think he came back with that same mark? Okay, which is the mark of leprosy. You see, look, Genesis 4:12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength, man. All right, this is why there's GMO food. This is why there's seedless watermelons and grapes. Okay? This is why the world's in the condition that it's in. He's the reason why the sea life is in the form of dolphins and sails and whales and sharks are beaching themselves, man. All right, this dude's the reason why the ecosystem is out of whack. This dude's the reason why animals are going extinct. Birds are somehow internally combusting, man. Look into that. Birds are just, there's a certain bird, it's just blowing up. I forgot where it's happening. I heard about it. I can't recall where it was happening, though. You can look it up. It'll come up. Hey, birds just falling out of the sky. Here it is. You go outside for 10 minutes. You're coughing. All right, you have an outside smell when you go back indoors because all the chemicals and contaminants that he has in the air. Okay, from chemtrails to just the radiation aspect of the way his society's built, man. There's radiation everywhere, man. And we got to get the hell out of here, man. Okay? The earth is truly cursed right now under the watch of this damn demon. Let's continue on. Genesis 4:12. Now he's trying to play the victim, though. Here it is. He's set up a all these factories that are causing chemical runoff. Okay, he's set up these various plants, okay, that are giving off radiation, and he's creating non-perishable items like plastics and styrofoam, man, which is causing global warming. But here it is. He's the victim, though. He's the victim. But the whole time he's been playing the role of the bad guy. Get out of here. Genesis 4:12, and it reads, "When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth," man. Okay, who's going to trust a fugitive and a vagabond, man? Okay, a man that has nowhere to rest his head at, that goes from city to city, like it tells us in what's that, the book of Sirach. Let's get this real quick and grab this clip. See, you're being found out, dude, that you're a complete loser. All right, you can no longer hide under the guise of white. All right, the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 36 and verse 26, and it reads, "Who will trust a thief well appointed," man, that skippeth from city to city? So who will believe a man that hath no house, and lodgeth wheresoever the night taketh him, man? This is Esau. Who will trust and believe in the man of this standard? A confused, delusional, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American would. Okay, the 2/3 of our people under that strong delusion, man. You will. All right? And the rest of the masses, all right, that still have the covering cast over their face. You see? But those are the elect. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. All right, and the the third witness, the star witnesses, in the form of these various truthers and individuals that claim they've been woke, to a degree they've been. They've been woken up, but they're still sleeping in a sense, but they've been woken up into the fact of this place being a complete madhouse. All right, and the American dream is a joke. All right, it's an American nightmare. That's about as far as these people that call themselves being woke have woken up to. Because here it is, they still subscribe to this man's philosophies. They still celebrate his holidays. They're still captivated, by his gladiator games or what have you. So, but anyways, man, this man's been found out, man. Let's go ahead. Let's get this article. Hey, this is fair use. Fair use. All right, this is not for profitable gain. All right, this is for educational purposes only. Okay, fair use. Fair use.
The suspect in the murders of 2 Israeli embassy employees outside the Capital Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. last night could make his initial court appearance today. Police and witnesses say the suspected gunman shouted "Free Palestine" as he was being taken into custody. Erica Brown has the latest on that.
Law enforcement officials combed through the scene of Wednesday night's deadly shooting outside the Capital Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C.
They are working tirelessly to make sure this investigation goes proper. Everyone is working together.
The Israeli Foreign Ministry identified the victims as embassy staff workers Yaron Lashinsky and Sarah Milgram. Israel's ambassador to the U.S. says the couple was about to become engaged.
Yaron bought a engagement ring this week. He was taking his soon-to-be bride to meet his parents. He lived just outside of Jerusalem.
Milgram was from Kansas and Lashinsky was an Israeli citizen. Police say the couple was gunned down leaving an event at the museum, which attendees say included a discussion about helping to get aid into Gaza. Police identified the suspect as 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez from Chicago.
Free Palestine!
video shows the suspect chanting "Free Palestine" while he was being taken into custody.
One of my friends asked him, "Can I get you some water? Are you okay?"
Katie Kalischer recorded the video. She says he entered the museum after the shooting, and she described when the group later realized who he was.
He reaches into his bag and he pulls out a keffiyeh and he says, I did it for Gaza.
The White House said President Trump spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu about the attack.
President Trump is saddened and outraged over the brutal murder of 2 Israeli embassy staff here in Washington, D.C. last night.
Law enforcement in Chicago searched the property connected to the alleged shooter. Attorney General Pam Bondi says it's an ongoing investigation, but so far it appears he acted alone. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
So we're supposed to just believe the story. Okay, and here it is. This dude's name is Elias Rodriguez, as we mentioned earlier. Alright, which the Northern Kingdom, from Issachar to Ephraim, runs that last name Rodriguez, man. Alright, and now word on the street is he was an activist, a supporter of Black Lives Matter, what have you. There's word on the street of that now, from the last I saw, when I was watching one of the brothers' videos. I believe it was Elder Yashawamba that went into it. So we see the play that this dude is drawing up. Okay, we see the play that Esau is drawing up. All right, and everything we saw in that clip of him being arrested, that can be AI generated. That can literally be AI generated, man. That's how advanced this AI technology has become. As a matter of fact, let's play this video real quick. I got this too. Listen to this. And this is an example of their own tongue falling upon themselves. Okay? Because from face value, you can see this dude looks like an Edomite. Okay? And he's about to go in.
Artificial intelligence is coming for all of us. It's going to replace every job from food service all the way to construction, infrastructure, and so on and so forth. I watched a video this morning that was AI created. The lips matched the voice to the person. And they told us a story about J.K. Rowling's yacht going down due to an orca attack. That person never made that video. Somebody created that video using that person's likeness and AI voice to create a video that they never did. I could be AI right now and you'd never even know it. Mm-hmm. That's how good AI has gotten. So let's say that there is a controlling faction on this planet, allegedly. What would stop them from just anyone in power that they want to take down that isn't doing what they want? They'll just create an AI voice and likeness to them and get them admitting to doing things they never did. Blackmail purposes. Everything that is created with a good intention, you put humans in charge of it, and by God, we'll figure out a way to do something evil and sinister.
Right, Esau himself, all right, because he's in the driver's seat. All right, and this is why the earth is being operated under the guidelines of wickedness. You see, hey, and you better believe they're going to use this AI technology. What is it? CGI, I believe it's called. Okay? Computer-generated images in order to bring forth these false FLAGSs, man. All right? Put you in the scenario. Okay, here it is. They got you with the same sweater you wore at camp that day. Okay? Running from a scene. Hot boy status. But here it is, you with the brothers, man. Freestyling and having some yayan or what have you. You know? And yeah, we do operate as normal human beings, man. All right? The servants of the Lord are not just sitting Indian style in a closet, a 6x9 closet until the next camp day. Or the next day they make a lesson, they go back and they go to work and they go back in the closet they go. No. Okay, we just, the spirit, we're led by the spirit at the end of the day. Okay, you know, Jake will be Jake. You see, but we're being led by the spirit, through the spirit and power and mercy of Yahweh Bashim El Shai. But anyways, okay, so yeah, man. Oh, let me show you something real quick, right? So look at these comments, real quick, right? Yeah, this can be AI. What you're witnessing right here. That could be AI generated via CGI. Now watch this. Let me see something real quick. Check out these comments, man. Now this dude, the Nightshade Prince, he said, yes, the last name says everything you need to know. And you did see, and that right there, I didn't even make sense of it now when I first read it until now. Right. He means it in a derogatory, obviously, he means it in a derogatory way. He's looking at it like, okay, it's the last name of them people, them Latinos, is what he's looking at it like, but we know it's Israelites, right? And he's look at the picture that's being painted, the narrative, because Jake has been drawn up. The Northern Kingdom has been drawn into the new boogeyman of Esau. Okay, why do you think the Northern Kingdom is ISIS' #1 target? Okay, Esau's done drew up a new boogeyman. All right, but here it is at the same time. You got Trump, okay, ushering in, as he says, white South African farmers, man. Make that make sense. It makes perfect sense. And what it's showing you is that these people are complete racists. They always been. Okay, they're not going to change. Okay, they're not going to stop ethnic cleansing. All right, they're not going to stop with their pseudoscience. All right, they're not going to stop with their persecuting of the Israelites. They're not going to stop until they're stopped. You see? But check this out. So that's the highlight right there. Check out this one. Why are you talking for two people? Only what about Palestine and Gaza? Women and children get deleted every minute. More than 100. They are not human beings. Shame on you, devil. Okay? You see? And it looks like a Jake. Gone. He might be going left, but hey, you see it. Let me go back. Salakia. Alright, there's another one. Look at this ain't free Palestine or whatever. You got people laughing at the story. Alright, they're laughing at the story. Look at right here, look at FF. You see it? False FLAG, man. Look at this person put up the emoji with the Pinocchio nose. And you know what that means. Liar. Okay? Yeah, you got another one laughing down at the bottom. Sweet cheeses. Laughing. They're laughing at the story. You know what I'm saying? You see? So the world is coming to the realization of these people, man. All right? How they're always trying to play the victim, man. When here it is in reality, they're the villain. Let's go here. The book of Isaiah, chapter 25, and verse 7, and it reads, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Right? All right, the truth, which has been so long without fruit, all right, it's going to be declared, it's being declared. Okay, upon that covering cast and that veil being lifted off of the faces of all people and nations, the truth is being declared at that point. All right? And at the end of the day, with the truth being revealed, that means the devil that the Bible speaks of, whom is none other than Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, will be revealed. Which pretty much marks the end of him being in a position of holding the scepter. You see? The only way he was able to rule was if he was able to deceive the people. All right? And hide himself. That's why when you read 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, it speaks about his revelation. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is through the servants, the prophets. And then what? The Lord's going to destroy him by the brightness of his coming. That's the chronological order. So upon Esau being revealed and no longer being able to hide himself, guess what? His destiny, all right, lies in wait, which involves him falling into the hands of the king of terrors, man, which is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And this is the reality, man. And Esau can continue to scratch and claw, and he can try to delay prophecy. You know, he can try and deter the outcome of prophecy. But guess what? At the end of the day, the scriptures can't be broken. And prophecy is going to play out as it's been written. Why? Because Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is controlling the game. The game is rigged. You see? And ultimately, at the end of the day, everyone's playing their role. No one's operating outside of the realms of prophecy. And this is what Esau is going to find out. At the end of the day, all he's doing is walking to the beat of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai's drums. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwath were edified. Shalom.